Hi, my name is Janet Walker, and I want to welcome you to Taste and See. Today, I want to convince you that the most important thing you can have in your freezer are meatballs. Now, why meatballs? Why not chicken nuggets? Well, we used to eat chicken nuggets, but now we don't anymore because our kids are grown. But when we want to go out to eat, what we're missing is we're missing the fact that we don't have anything ready at home to fix, and we don't want to defrost the meat because it takes too long and then we have to fix it. But if we have meatballs made, I can assure you, you can have an easy dinner, even if, and it's not just spaghetti. I mean, you can make anything. As long as you have that protein, you're going to be fine. So I'm going to show you how to make meatballs in less than 3 minutes. Okay? Now this is an eating well recipe. I don't think there's really anything special about it. You can make your meatballs the way you want to, and in fact, you might have a special meatball recipe that you're going to use. So for you, you don't need to watch this. But the rest of you that are thinking, well, you're right, I really don't have any prepared protein in my freezer, then I want to talk to you about meatballs. Okay, so these are, I'm going to call these the solar eclipse meatballs, because we know that in a few days the solar eclipse is going to happen, and everybody's going to come to town, and we're not going to have any food or water, cell phone coverage, or we can't leave our homes. So you can have some meatballs ready. Okay, so you can time me on this. First thing you need to do is you need to beat some eggs. Here's my egg beater. I love my egg beater. There you go. Beat my eggs. Okay, got that. That in the bowl. Then we're going to take our Parmesan cheese. It's only half a cup, and you can eyeball it. I mean, like we said, this is not exact science, so I'm just going to put the Parmesan cheese in my food processor. Mix that up. Okay, and add 3/4 of a cup of parsley. So here's about, I'm going to make it about this. Now, I noticed that the curly parsley lasts longer in my refrigerator than the Italian. So, you know, you might want to use curly, maybe not. No, I'm going to use curly from now on. Okay, here we go. Okay, now, dump that in. Then we're going to put in panko crusts. These are delicious. These are gluten-free, but I'm going to just use regular. 3/4 of a cup. I did measure that. Okay. It also calls for onions, and I have cut these onions up. It does say, the recipe does say you really do want small onions. Now, I like to close my eyes when I'm cutting onions, but I know, and I don't have my fingers around it anywhere. Okay, there's the onions. I don't think it's been 3 minutes yet. There's my onions. And the onions are a cup of onions. Like I said, I'll put it on the website. Then I put in my, it says a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. I use fresh herbs. Put that in there. Okay, here we are. We do need to mincce the garlic. Now, I think I've said before that I always let my garlic sit out for 15 minutes because it's supposed to let the stuff that keeps you from getting cancer, it's supposed to kind of work together, and it gives it a little bit of time to work together. So it calls for 3 cloves of garlic. I like a lot of garlic, okay? So I'm going to put in all this garlic. I know, I just love garlic. Love it. Okay, that's probably enough garlic. Okay, here we are. Hasn't been 3 minutes yet. And a teaspoon and a half of salt. Okay, I'm going to mix this up. I'm just going to use my hands. Mix all that up. We don't want to put the beef and the stuff together at first, because if we do, we're gonna mess with the meat too much, and you're not supposed to handle the meat too much, right? We've all read that. Okay, there's my mixture. And here is my meat. Now it calls for 1.5 pounds of pork and 1.5 pounds of beef. I've put in 2 pounds of beef and I've put in 1 pound of pork. So here we go. Here's all the goodies. I can't think of anything I've missed. Okay, let me make sure. Nope, that's it. And then we're gonna gently mix this together. If the meat is not cold, it's easier for the spices to get in. If the meat's really cold, I've noticed it's really hard. Okay, I'm gently mixing this. Okay. There we go. Here we go. Meatball. There you go. Now, if you put these in, cook these, I think I've got it, what is it? It's 425, 450. You will have, I don't know how many meatballs when you're done, but you will have the most amazing, delicious, easily prepared dinner that you can possibly find outside of your house. And I'm gonna be cooking these. I was making taco meatballs, and we ate them today for lunch, and I got on the internet. I didn't really particularly like them because I put in Dorito chips, and I forgot the cilantro, and I used taco seasoning, and I would not do that next time. I would use my own seasoning. And I would also, I wouldn't use Dorito chips. I think I would use something else. I don't know what. Maybe just the panko breadcrumbs, because the chips just became mush. So I don't think it tastes very good. Okay, that's it, guys. Next time. Oh, I have one little thing I want to say. Let me humor you. Oh, look, it's a solar eclipse. Thank you. See you next time. Remember, taste and see the Lord is good.